Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Welcome to a new day. Hope you're doing great. Hope that you're well, that you're feeling strong and healthy. These months are the time when you want to be building up your reserves and taking really good care of yourself, and well, pretty much every day of the year. But yeah, I do hope that you're doing well. And I've got my cup of tea this morning. I've got my it's Twinings. It's Defense and Strength. It's one of these teas I bought here in Switzerland. I've absolutely no idea what is in it. It says something like it's just an infusion of spices. So I've got my rainbow mug, which is my favorite, and having a nice cup of tea just to get the day started. Another strange sleep night for me. How's your sleep these days? I'm getting enough sleep for sure, but it's just weird. I'm just waking up at weird hours of the night, and I really have to stop myself from getting out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and starting work because I'm wide awake. But I meditate, or I just put my I have audiobooks that tend to be a nice soporific thing for me. They put me to sleep and go back for a couple of hours, but I take every hour in the day that I can get, including the ones at night. So I'm not complaining. But anyway, here we are. Being healthy though, is a super important thing as we get a little older. And we have a blogger, Dr. Kate Gregorovic. She's a doctor and has written about nutrition and healthy aging. And she talks in this article about. I'll send you the link with the article about the fact that we don't really want to be trying to lose a ton of weight as we get older, because when you lose weight, you lose muscle, and muscle, of course, is dropping as you get older anyway. So if you're going to lose weight for health reasons, you've got to do exercise, to build up the muscles as well. So it's kind of a whole ritual. But anyway, she talks about some guidelines for nutrition that I found really, really practical and useful. And of course, before I start, Kate is a doctor, so she's making these recommendations. But if you've got any change to your diet planned or anything like that, go ahead and check with your doctor, because you are you. She is her, I'm me. We're all different. So that's important. One thing she does say, though, that I think I've read before and I believe is something to consider, and that is that protein is really important for older people. And it goes to the fact that protein helps to build muscle and protect against muscle loss. So it's back to the point that, the less muscle mass you have, the more likely you are to fall, to feel a bit weak, and not in control of your health. So every meal, she says, should include a source of protein. Now, if you're not a vegetarian, of course, you would want to have cheese. I mean, dairy is okay. Legumes, vegetables are wonderful. And if you're eating meat, of course, chicken is a great source of protein. But you have to just find the protein source that works for you. I even buy those little protein bars, because I know they've got some sugar in them, but that's a kind of a way to get protein into every meal. Another thing is to eat those healthy fats. I got turned on to avocados by my son, who's a chef, and he eats, I don't know, I think an avocado a day, and he's a big fan of mixing them with all kinds of things. I have them just with salmon, just like almost like a sushi on a plate, with a piece of salmon and an avocado, cucumber. But anyway, healthy fats. So don't be afraid of fats that you think are going to hurt you. So it's the right kind of fat that fights inflammation. And then inflammation, of course, is that cause of a lot of our arthritis and other joint issues. So it's all connected, but don't be afraid of healthy fats. A higher intake of healthy fats that are omega-3 also decreases the risk of heart attack and stroke. So any little boxes we can tick to help with those important parts of our health are important. So Mediterranean diet is wonderful. Olive oil, nuts, those are all sources of great healthy fat. And on olive oil, I was saying that. I mean, even take a little teaspoon of olive oil just on a teaspoon every day. It's really good for you. Another thing that Kate talks about, which I agree with too, is fiber, and it's the part of the plant food that we really can't digest. So it's kind of cool because it just pushes everything through your body, and it gives health to those gut microbes. Those little things that are inside your gut that are doing their job to keep you healthy and strong. It also helps with constipation, of course, and just a overall cardiovascular health. So it's super important to eat your fiber filled foods. And she said, add chia seeds to your porridge or raspberries. They're a great source of fiber as well. You can even pop it on your ice cream. Chia seeds seem to be everywhere these days. There's kind of a big trend for chia seeds, and you can sprinkle them on everything, and good source of fiber. Also, what is it? I want to say linseed. I may be wrong on that, but there's some things you can get that are good for your stomach that you can put on other foods. I think that one thing she points out with this particular topic is that variety is really good. Do you tend to eat the same foods every day? And I actually fall into this category myself. But she says mix it up. Instead of just having broccoli or potatoes every day, try having carrots or string beans or I don't know, some bok choy or something that's really, really different. Don't always have rice. Mix it up with other things. Her advice is to eat the rainbow. Look at your plate. It should be full of color. I made beets the other day. I was reading how wonderfully healthy beetroot is for you. So I just bought a beetroot and I peeled it and went online and said, how do you cook a beetroot? And it just says boil it. And it was really fun. The purple color was incredible. I've had beet juice before, but I've never actually made anything with a beetroot. So that was an adventure. But that's the kind of thing that you can do, and just be conscious that variety in your food, in your diet, not your diet to lose weight, but in your food diet, nutrition diet, is really good for you. Have a mixture of, because then you're bound to get more of the micronutrients and vitamins that you need. So that's important. One other thing that Dr. Kate talks about is vitamin D and calcium. Now, we all know that there's a big risk of bone decline when we get older. It just is part of the aging process, and we love it, don't we? And it's important that you do take vitamin D with calcium, because those two things, according to the experts, create collagen. And that's in the marrow of your bones, I guess, and that's where you need it. You need flexibility, and collagen isn't produced as much when you get a little older. So I know there are some collagen supplements. There's a really cool company in the UK. It's called Rejuvenate. And I tried some of their products. Ariane Poole, who's our makeup artist, recommended that. And so you can do other things to build up the collagen levels in your body. But it's important that you can, vitamin D for sure, because I know a lot of us, especially in the winter months, don't get the sun that you need. So vitamin C and calcium. Magnesium's another good one that I've been told is very good for you. So there's a mixed advice on soy. Dr. Kate does recommend that that soy products are fortified with calcium. But some people don't like soy products, so it's kind of a decision that you have to make. And of course, you've got leafy green vegetables. They've got lots of calcium in them, and also nuts, almonds in particular. So now I'm hungry. I think the thing here is that the key point is that restrictive diets that either are aiming to lose weight or to restrict your intake of certain things are usually not a good idea. According to Dr. Kate, this muscle loss that happens when you try to do that is kind of more serious than maybe even losing a couple of pounds. Having said that, if you need to lose weight for reasons, definitely find ways to cut out the sugar, processed foods, and those things that we know, that add the calories. Guilty as charged. So I hope that's been useful and that you've got some inspiration from it. I read the article in its totality because there's a lot of, she gives a nutrition tip for each of those categories, and it's quite useful. So, thank you again for being here and for listening. If you've got any thoughts about the foods that you're eating that you know have done well for you, just share them in the comments section below. It's really always great to share and see what people are doing with their food and with their diet. So, thank you, as I said again, for coming to 60andMe and for being such great participants. I love how you get involved with the conversations. Just keep it going. We're on this journey together, and it's much more fun with you guys by my side. So thank you again. And I'd love to know, are you focused on nourishing your body in your 60s, or are you still thinking about losing weight? Kind of how are you finding that balance? Leave your comments in the section below. Let's have a chat. And I look forward to seeing you all again here very, very soon. Have a super day. Get out there and take a walk. Do something great for yourself. Love yourself. And know that you're appreciated here. Take good care, everybody. Talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.